Dear Timothy Cook, why you always lying?
Get daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Front Page Tech, of course, show that gives you all the latest tech news from one geek, that is me, to another, that is you. Happy Thursday. Let's just do the thing, I guess. Without further ado, let's do the news. Okay, so story numero uno. Good news, everybody. The Wall Street Journal is confirming that the foldable Galaxy X device from Samsung is official and it's coming next year. Thank you, Wall Street Journal. We definitely didn't report the same thing 9 months ago, but Samsung confirmed it, not the Wall Street losers. The narrative of this whole thing is really weird. In fact, in the first paragraph of the Wall Street Journal article, you know, because that's all you get to see, because the rest is behind a paywall, it says, Samsung is planning to introduce a foldable screen smartphone early next year, according to people familiar with the matter, as the world's largest phone maker eyes a splashy device to help re-energize its slumping handset business. Okay, Wall Street Journal buddies, listen. Slumping handset business is a bit of a stretch, don't you think? They didn't sell as many Galaxy S9s, and they won't sell as many Note 9s as they expected, because the phones are the fucking same. They are identical as the Galaxy S8 and the Galaxy Note 8. That's the real issue. This foldable thingy-majiggy is not gonna re-energize Samsung. In fact, they're gonna be fine because of the Galaxy S10, but whatever. Fuck. Anyway, shout out to the other tech news websites that do pay for the Wall Street Journal and then wrote their own articles for free. They didn't really tell us anything that we didn't already know. The phone is going to feature reportedly a 7-inch display that can bend in half to transform into a wallet shape. The outside of the phone will also apparently have its own display. So now, since we're dealing with two different displays, Samsung is going to have to build a larger battery inside this thing, which, you know, is scary because as far as the price, we're looking at around $1,500. So to the Wall Street Journal, to all the tech news websites, and to Techno Buffalo's The Lowdown, thanks for talking about the Galaxy X leaks all of a sudden, but they've been a thing. We haven't learned anything new. Moving on. Okay, now moving on to a brand new segment of the show, which we like to call Why the F Would You Do That? Walmart is gonna be dumb. So, according to multiple reports, Walmart is getting ready to launch a Netflix competitor under the Vudu brand. So, to the tens of you out there that do use Vudu, get excited, man. This is great. This is just great. As for how they're going to make this different from other streaming services, no clue. Absolutely zero clue. I would go as far as to bet is it's not going to be different. It's just going to be the same thing, but Walmart does it because money. Actually, I take that back. They're not going to have nearly as many rights as Netflix does. So it's going to be just like, it's going to be like the Dollar Tree version of Netflix. Okay, Walmart, don't you have your own shit to deal with right now? Like, isn't Amazon like right at your doorstep? Shouldn't you just figure out how to be a better Walmart first before you try to do things that aren't anything that anyone wants from Walmart? I mean, I might be going out on a limb here and saying that nobody cares. I might be wrong about that. You know what? There's only one way to tell, right? Let's get on a plane and head to the field and see if we have any fucks to give Walmart. I thought I found a fuck. I thought that was a fuck. I thought it looked delicious, so I put it in my mouth and I think it was a poisonous fuck. That doesn't count. No. We don't have any fucks to give Walmart. Alright, so a couple episodes ago, I talked about the brand new updated 2018 MacBook Pros. mentioned how there was an iFixit teardown that showed a silicone membrane sort of underneath the keycap protecting the butterfly mechanism. That was what made the keyboard quieter, according to Apple. Look, on their website, it says that a quieter keyboard is quieter. But as you know, there are class action lawsuits happening right now over the keyboard, the second generation butterfly keyboard, in the last versions of the MacBook Pro. If a piece of dust gets in there, just the tiniest little piece, the key doesn't work, becomes unresponsive, what they call sticky keys. So many people are impacted by this, their keyboards don't work. And if you spend thousands of dollars on a MacBook and the specs are great, do the specs matter if you can't communicate to the thing? If you can't type anymore, it doesn't work. Anyway, in that very episode, I mentioned that I had a feeling that Apple was just covering this whole thing up, that the main purpose of the silicone membrane in the keys was literally to prevent the issues that were in the other MacBooks. But they can't admit that the other MacBooks had issues, right? Because they're Apple. Why would they admit anything? Why would they admit they did anything wrong? They can't do that. So instead of being like, hey, this is fixed, you're welcome, customers, they disguised it under a quieter thing. Because of the silicone membrane protecting the keys, it was just a side effect that the keyboard also happened to be just a tad bit quieter. Oh, well, isn't that convenient? We'll just say it's quieter. We didn't fix it because there was no issues. It's just quieter. What are you talking about? Well, wouldn't you know, a service document from Apple has leaked. And it confirms that the MacBook Pro keyboard, the redesign with that membrane, is specifically to fix the dust problems. Turns out it's exactly what I said. They weren't out to try to make the keyboard quieter. That was not the intended purpose of this. It was a side effect, and a convenient side effect. The document literally reads, the keyboard has a membrane under the keycaps to prevent debris from entering the butterfly mechanism. Okay, boom, there we go, right? An admission of guilt. But not. This leak. They didn't actually come out and say it. It's like you murdered your wife, but you didn't tell people. A text message that you sent to your friend that said you murdered your wife kind of leaked. So you didn't like say it, but it still happened. Even better, even though they knowingly fixed the issue with this design, they are refusing to implement this in the previous MacBooks. This new silicone membrane under the key thing is exclusive only to the 2018 MacBook Pros. So if you got f***ed by the previous keyboards, too bad. Of course, you can bring it into an Apple store for a free fixer-up, but they're just gonna replace it with the same garbage. Apple, come on, man. I'm really trying to get on your side this year. You're doing a lot of things that are really impressing me, and I'm really rooting for you. You're really trying to turn yourself around and do things for the consumer this year. But doing things for the consumer turns out also includes not lying to them, telling them the truth. What you should have done, Tim Cook, you should have fucking walked on the stage at the beginning of WWDC and addressed these issues. Said, oh, hey, yeah, our keyboards, they're busted, they're broken, there's an issue, don't worry, we're working on a fix, and everyone, we're gonna fix your stuff, you're gonna get a new keyboard, it'll all be fine. But no, you couldn't do that, could you? Why? Just please, for once, tell us the truth. It's leaked now, so you don't really have a choice. Come out and address this. Acknowledge that you fucked up, please. That's all we're asking of you.
And now, today's sponsor.
Man, you bought a new phone, huh? Now you gotta transfer all of that data. Normally I would feel bad for you. If Dr. Phone didn't exist, Dr. Phone is a comprehensive mobile phone support platform with built-in support for Android and iPhone. We'd be here all day talking about what Dr. Phone can do for you, but just to name a few, you can transfer data, fix various iOS issues, because we know there's a lot of those, permanently erase your phone, back it up and restore it, remove your phone lock screen, and even root your Android device. And Dr. Phone is easy to use too. With a beautiful user interface, almost everything I just listed can be done with a single button. So if you're ready to put the smart back in smartphone, click the link down in the description to learn more. And of course, a huge thanks to Dr. Phone for supporting this community. And that is the show. Hopefully you liked it, you learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.